So today I'm riding Coal Creek Canyon, and to get there I've come up from Longmont through Ward into Netherland, which is where I am now. I've just had a very nice lunch. Now we start the ride towards Coal Creek Canyon, which will take me back down to pretty much to Boulder. And then from Boulder, I think, pretty sure I can make my way back to Longmont. It's actually a little chilly up here still. But I don't mind. It's rather nice. It's a break from the heat. You can see up on the mountains, I don't know if the camera's going to show it very well, but you can see up on the mountains there's still isolated patches of snow. And it's July 1st. Oh, that's a lot of antenna. You really don't want to make a mistake on these roads because it's a bit of a drop off the side there. Might not kill you, but it's going to smart on the way down. Luckily these are nice big roads. So what a day to be out riding. It's gorgeous out here. There's a bit of a smell of burning in the air. There's some wildfires in some of the states around us. And you can smell that. And it gets a little hazy sometimes from the burning. But outside of that, it's pretty nice. Air quality is a little bit on the crappy side, but because of the burning. But other than that, it's a gorgeous day. Got my cameras running, got my audio on, been listening to my tunes on the way up here. Very nice. Yeah, so today we're riding Coal Creek Canyon, and this is the Coal Creek Canyon Road, so let's enjoy this. I'm not one of those who likes to carve up the twisties particularly fast. I'm just plodding along on my sedate little mare here, and she is sedate. This is not a fast bike. I mean, it can get going if it needs to, but for the most part it's like, nah, I'm just going to kind of trundle. And I like that. At my advanced years, trundling is all I want to do, really. But so let me tell you a little story. Just recently, I got notified that there was a Motor Guzzi demo day over at a local bike dealer, Aces of Frederick. Frederick, Colorado is just down the road from where I live. So I signed up for it and wandered down there, and they very kindly let me ride a Motor Guzzi V7. It's a V7 Stone, which I like because it's all blacked out. I'm not a huge fan of chrome. The Stone is the blacked out version, so I got on that. There was another guy there who wanted to ride the rather acidic green looking V7 Sport. So I rode the Stone. I really enjoyed it. Again, it's fairly laid back. It's not quite as laid back as the Triumph, but it's pretty laid back. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. There are two big differences, I think, between the V7 and the Triumph. In terms of riding it and owning the bike. Number one is, of course, that the Moto Guzzi is a shaft drive, and I do like a shaft drive. My old BMW was a shaft drive. I had a BMW R9T Urban GS, and really enjoyed riding that, and had no issue with the shaft drive at all. So that's the first thing, no chain maintenance. And then the second thing, the Triumph is a little unbalanced because it's got the twin pipes swept high on one side. Going round left-hand corners feels different than going round right-hand corners. And sometimes, especially if I've just got off the XT250, going around the left-hand corner feels really strange, and it feels like it's not going to do it. I think my 360 cam has just died. It's got some kind of bright green light. I don't know what that is. It should be flashing red. Guess I need to stop and figure that out. Anyway. So, I am considering getting the Guzzi, but I also have the XT250. Now, I'm turning that into a little mini ADV. Not doing a lot to it, just bits and pieces, and you can see the XT ADV playlist for all the bits and pieces I've done to it. But it's never going to be a proper ADV bike. It's just not big enough, just not powerful enough. But the thing I like about it is it's nimble. It's very nimble. Now, the question is, what am I going to upgrade that to once I've grown out of it? And the answer might be a Moto Guzzi V85. That seems like a sensible move. To keep the Triumph for a bit and upgrade the XT to a V85, going from a 250 to an 850. It's a thought. If I was going to do it, it won't be till next year, because I've still got a lot of things to do this year on the Triumph and the XT, so have to see. Wow, this is a nice road. I like this. All right. I have arrived in Pineville, I think it is. Pinecliff. So now I need to figure out what my camera's doing. See if I can find a spot to park where I'm not going to be in anybody's way. Yeah, just about here, I think. What a beautiful road. A few lumps and bumps. Probably need some maintenance. But look at the scenery. That's outstanding. Yeah, I've never been down this road before. Driven past it, I think, but I haven't actually been down it. So I am unfamiliar. This is nice and tight. I noticed yesterday when I put the XT away after having washed it that this poor Triumph is in an absolute state. It's filthy. So today, when we get back to Longmont, I'm going to go back to the... Oh, that's not good. I'm going to go back to the car wash, give this thing a bit of a scrub. I really don't like all this sand on the road. On the other hand, this is a really nice road. Gotta remember, kids, look through the corner. Look at where you want to go. Not what you don't want to hit. Oh, not, yeah. Don't look at shit you might hit. Look at where you want to go. Look through the corner like they taught you on the MSF. It actually works. It seriously works. They're not wrong about that. I think sometimes the MSF was put together by a bunch of old fuddy-duddies. But honestly, shit works. Look where you want to go. Don't look at the shit that you don't want to run into. Now, could I go a lot faster through here? Yeah, I could, but I don't know the road. And honestly, I'm kind of happy doing this. It's rather nice. And this bike's a great bike to do this sort of thing with. As long as you're not worried about going fast. I mean, I could go a lot faster. It's not that it's at its limits or anything, but it just feels like a kind of a lazy sort of bike. You don't want it to go fast. You want to just plod along. Plodding along is nice because you get to see more. Ooh, what's this place? Wonder View Cafe. Mexican food and cocktails. Yeah. Might hear that next time I come out here. The other thing I find with this bike, the Gootsies are the same, they use a lot of engine braking. Really don't use a lot of brake at all. It's all engine braking, which has its downside. I know some people say, well, you should use the brakes because brake pads are cheaper to replace than engines are. Yeah, that's true. And I can see the logic in that. The other thing is, the other downside to engine braking is if you're in traffic and you're engine braking, the chances are the people that are behind you have no idea that you are slowing down. And you run the risk of someone sticking their headlights up your ass. That ain't good. Another restaurant. More sand. Why is there sand on this road? This is all pretty steep too. Action cameras have a tendency to kind of flatten things out, but it's pretty steep. Jeffco. We're in Jeffco now. So this should bring us out somewhere around Golden. From there we can navigate our way back to Boulder and back to home. Back to the car wash. The other thing is sometimes these turns tighten up a lot too. Come into a turn thinking it's wide and sweeping, and the next thing you know it's tightened up and you're on the edge of the road. That ain't good. So anyway, guys and gals, how are you? How are you doing? Pop a comment. Let me know how you are. I'm hoping you're all doing okay. I do hear from some of you time to time, occasionally. I know you're okay. But, pop a note, say hi. Yeah, quick update on retirement. So, retirement is going very well. We have a saying, Kat and I, that every day is Blur's Day. Because the days just blur into each other now. We've no idea half the time what day it is. So it's Blur's Day. And one of us will say, what day is it today? The other one will say, it's Blur's Day. And the first one will say, oh, that's my favourite day. Which is kind of funny. We like to laugh about that. But honestly, dudes, retire. As soon as you can, retire. You would not regret it. Especially if you have a list of things to do. One of the things I did several years before I retired is started compiling lists of things I wanted to do, places I wanted to go, things I wanted to see, things I wanted to make, things that I wanted to learn. And honestly, the calendar is more full now than it was when I was working. There's so much going on. You know, there really isn't anything. Oh, look at the copper-coloured roof on that place. I don't know if you can see that, but wow. It's not the same driving these roads in a car. It really isn't. You don't get the smells and the feel that you get when you're on the back of a bike. And I do love this. Anyway, this has been fun. I don't want to bore you with it. So, I can see the end of the canyon coming up over there. See that? It might not translate well on the action cam, but anyway, I am going to bid you fine people an excellent day. Have fun. As my father would say, don't do anything I wouldn't do. It's a short list. Yeah, have fun, stay safe, don't die. See you all in the next video.